Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the story of Mareecha. Mareecha is a Rakshasa and he was killed by Rama. He is a friend of Ravana and he plays a very important role in the kidnapping of Sita by Ravana in Ramayana. Mareecha initially led his life terrorizing all the sages and he was defeated by Rama at the behest of sage Vishwamitra. He again tried to kill Rama, but this time he had to run for his life. Ultimately, Mareecha assumed the form of a golden deer and helped Ravana kidnap Sita. Now, who is Mareecha? Mareecha was the son of the demon Sunda and Yakshini named Tadaka. Tadaka was the daughter of the Yaksha king Sekutu, who has gained her as a blessing from god Brahma. Mareecha also had a younger brother called Subahu. These two were very handsome and noble in character and they were skilled in sorcery, that is magic. Once Sunda attacked the ashrama of the sage Agastya in an intoxicated state. This made Agastya angry and he burnt him by his meditative powers. When Tadaka learnt about Sunda's death, she and her sons attacked Agastya to take vengeance on him. But the Agastya, the sage, cursed Tadaka and Mareecha and Subahu and made them into wicked and hideous and demonic Rakshasas. Tataka and his sons then went to Padala Logam to seek aid from Sumali, who is the patriarch of the Rakshasas. Sumali took them to his grandson Ravana, the Rakshasa king of Lanka. Ravana helped the trio capture the states of Malada and Karusha, now situated on the banks of river Sarayu, near its confluence with the Ganges. The trio destroyed the states and turned them into a dense forest which became known as the forest of Tadaka. They also terrorized the people, eating them whoever entered into that forest. The gods, demons, and men, as well as even the sun and the clouds, did not dare to enter the territory of Tadaka and her sons. Mareecha and Subahu liked to harass the sages in the region and also destroy the yagna sacrifices. The brothers will throw blood, flesh, and bones on the sacrificial altars and destroy the sanctity of the sacrifices of the sages. The great sage Vishwamitra was living in the area near the forest of Tadaka and was planning to do a penance and yaga with his disciples, but he was tormented by Tadaka and his sons. Unable to tolerate the menace any longer, Vishwamitra approached Dasratha, the king of Ayodhya, for help. He asked Dasratha to send his eldest son Rama to protect his yaga. Though Dasratha was initially reluctant to send his 16-year-old boy, he finally sent Rama and his younger brother Lakshmana with Vishwamitra because he was advised by his royal guru Vashistha. Vishwamitra trained them in warfare and taught them various mantras. When Vishwamitra and the princes were passing through the forest of Tadaka, Tadaka attacked them. Rama, aided by Lakshmana, slew her with his arrow. Vishwamitra blessed Rama as the gods rejoiced in the end of Tadaka. The sage gave him divine weapons as a reward. Vishwamitra then began a 6-day yaga with the princes standing on guard. The first 5 days passed without any problem, but on the 6th day, the sacrificial fire suddenly faltered, indicating trouble. It was Mareecha and his brother Subahu, with a horde of Rakshasas who appeared from the treetops like black clouds, roared and making a thunderous noise. They tried to destroy the yaga fire by showering with blood and flesh. Rama fired his Astra Manavastra from his bow. The arrow struck Mareecha's chest and threw him 100 leagues away into the ocean. Subahu and the other demons were killed by Rama and the sacrifice was completed successfully. Later on, under the guidance of Vishwamitra, Rama wed Sita, the adopted daughter of Janaka and the princess of Mithila. Rama, Lakshmana and Sita were exiled for a period of 14 years from the kingdom of Dasratha at the behest of Rama's stepmother Kaikeyi. The three of them travelled south from Ayodhya and passed through the Dandakaranya forest to the banks of the Godavari, where they built a hermitage at Panchavati. Mareecha returned to Dandakaranya and disguised himself as a beast with a flaming tongue and 2 sharp horns. He was accompanied by 2 Rakshasas in the form of animals. They feasted on human flesh and travelled to pilgrimage sites terrorizing ascetics. As they were killing ascetics and drinking their blood, they just saw Rama, Lakshmana and Sita passing by. Mareecha attacked them in his ferocious beast form to take vengeance with his demonic companions. Rama shot 3 arrows at once, killing Mareecha's allies, but the third arrow narrowly missed Mareecha, who fled in fear. The spared Mareecha was transformed into a saintly person. He lived a life of an ascetic. He set up an ashram, grew matted hair, and wore tree barks. He gave up his demonic qualities and started to realize his mistakes, and he also became a devotee of Rama by then. One day, Surpanaka, the Rakshasa sister of Ravana, disguised herself as a beautiful maiden and proposed marriage to Rama. Rama refused her proposal and directed her to Lakshmana in jest. Lakshmana joked that she should marry his master Rama. An angry Surpanaka returned to Rama and attacked Sita, but Lakshmana took out his weapon, that is sword, and cut off Surpanaka's ears and nose. This humiliated Surpanaka, who approached Kara, a man-eating Rakshasa, to avenge her with a vendetta against Rama. However, Kara, his general Dushana, and his army of 14,000 were killed by Rama when they attacked him. Surpanaka and a maternal uncle Akampana, who escaped the carnage, reached Lanka with the news and proposed that Ravana should steal Sita, that is Rama's beautiful wife. Ravana started brooding and thinking of his next course of action. He then flew in his aerial chariot across the sea to meet his ally Mareecha. Mareecha now lived in a secluded hermitage on the ocean coast. Ravana informed Mareecha of the death of Kara, Dushana, and their army, as well as the insult that happened to Surpanaka. He told Mareecha to turn into a golden deer with silver spots and graze in the vicinity of Rama's ashram. Definitely on seeing the deer, Sita would surely tell Rama and Lakshmana to catch it. When the brothers leave, Sita alone will be there and Ravana would adopt her. Rama, saddened by the grief of Sita's separation, will be an easy person to be killed by Ravana. Mareecha, who had a first-hand experience of Rama's strength, was horrified by the idea. The wise Mareecha attempted to dissuade Ravana by recalling the righteousness and valor of Rama and warned that this idea would only lead to the doom of Ravana, Lanka, and the Rakshasa race. He narrated his first encounter with Rama when he underestimated Rama and dismissed him as a boy, and how he was thrown hundreds of leagues away by Rama's single arrow. He followed that with the story of his second encounter with Rama in Dandakaranya. However, Ravana ignored Mareecha's words and asked how he dared praise Rama and questioned the prowess of Ravana, his king. Ravana announced that he would abduct Sita with or without Mareecha's help to get revenge for the death of Rakshasas. He reiterated his plan and told Mareecha to be the golden deer. If successful, he and Mareecha would return to Lanka and Ravana would grant him half of his kingdom. And Ravana also threatened that while his plan might lead to Mareecha's death by Rama, Mareecha's refusal would mean an instant death at his, that is Ravana's hand. Finally, Mareecha agreed, but not before prophesying his death as well as the end of Ravana, Lanka, and Rakshasas, and warning Ravana that he would suffer the results of dismissing Mareecha's words, which were for his own good, and also felt that death by the divine Rama would be the better one than by Ravana. Ravana was pleased by Mareecha's consent and embraced him. Mareecha and Ravana then flew to Panchavati in Ravana's chariot and stopped close to the ashrama of Rama. Mareecha assumed the form of a beautiful golden deer which had silver spots and glowed with many gems like sapphire, moonstone, black jet, and amethyst on its body. Mareecha began grazing in the vicinity of Rama's ashram so that Sita could catch a glimpse of him. As soon as Mareecha entered the forest in the form of a deer, the other animals smelled something was wrong and ran away in fear. Mareecha found Sita collecting flowers and ran in front of her. The golden lustre of the deer which was gambolling around the hermitage lured Sita, who was awestruck and called Rama and Lakshmana to see the spectacular animal. On seeing the wondrous deer, Lakshmana sensed foul play and suggested that the deer was an illusory form of Mareecha who preyed on kings who came into the forest for hunting. Sita, however, persuaded Rama to get her the deer, dead or alive. If caught, she said it would be bred as a pet and taken back to Ayodhya as remembrance of their 14 years' exile. Rama said that this deer would die at his hands that day to comply with Sita's wish, or if it was a magical Rakshasa like Mareecha, then too it was his duty to kill the beast. Rama decided to go after the deer and slay it and asked Lakshmana to take care of Sita. Mareecha ran, followed by Rama, and Mareecha led Rama far away from the hermitage, which made Rama very angry. After a long chase, the tired deer stopped in a shady grassland. Rama seized the opportunity and shot it down with his golden arrow. When dying, Mareecha was returning to his real form. He cried out, "Oh Sita, oh Lakshmana," mimicking Rama's voice, and then he died. Sita fell prey to the rust and asked Lakshmana to go and search for Rama. When Lakshmana insisted that no one could harm Rama, Sita ordered Lakshmana to go, and therefore Lakshmana reluctantly left to look for Rama. With Lakshmana gone, Ravana appeared as a sadhu and kidnapped Sita, and because she stepped forward to give him arms, and the rest Ramayana story every one of us know. This is a story of Mareecha. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Hype the video, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.